I didn't as much lie as I forgot. We got a beach episode part 2.
Yep.
I legit forgot that part was in there.
Why do you hurt me, Ty?
Cause he's funny. But couple of things. You guys like Chelsea's little kill at the start there?
That was actually pretty badass. Like, yeah. I didn't think, well, she's a member of Night Raid, so she's gonna be a killer, but I didn't think she'd be like that cold-blooded.
Yeah. I guess I could ask your favorite moments, but they're going to be, I would assume, fairly obvious, but I'll ask anyway. Mike, you go first this time.
I got a handful. That opening sequence was great.
Mm-hmm.
All the nonsense on the beach.
Get into that.
And we'll get into the ending later, but Kurume's Imperial Arms is wow.
Yeah, I can summon Digimon. Looking Skull Greymon over there. So,
yeah, her weapon. I was like, damn, this is kind of OP if it wants to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a couple things. I didn't know it. I legit just noticed this, that Tatsumi is essentially a middle school boy. And I assume it's his name, but the kanji on his sweatshirt pocket is the exact same as the kanji on his cup. So I think that kid has his name on his clothes and his drinking utensils. I just noticed it this time watching it.
I'm not surprised.
But yeah, the slight salt that was being thrown around by Lub while he's literally putting sugar packets. He's like, "Oh yeah, feel so bad."
You know, you're just on a beach with like, you know, someone who's not good. It's totally fine.
I'm not jealous at all. Love is so great. The dot, man. I've heard people shit all over this dub. I love this dub so much.
This dub is like almost as good as Gurren.
It's up there
in terms of like how much it like ramps up the like the comedy and the drama.
Yeah, the voices for everyone are freaking nailed. Mm-hmm. One of my biggest laughs I get too, and I forgot about it till I watched this, is when Tatsumi makes the comment about Boss's age. She's only in her 20s. She's probably just barely older than Tatsumi. But when she knocks him out, he goes, "How come you mentioned us as well? So didn't get your face punched."
I was like, "This is why you never ask women, right?" Like, exactly.
I love how Akame still doesn't understand. He's like, "How do you call sus fashion and punch your face in?" I don't understand. I didn't say that, did I? She was literally just trying to say she has big boobs. She didn't think she was fat. I love how they had to bring that up twice, that she doesn't understand that was an insult.
Good Lord.
Like, she's like Yang. She's just top heavy. But yeah, ask about it. How do you guys like that new intro?
It's great.
I like it.
The film effect and all that, it is so much of, my God, the name of the anime has Akame's name in it. Like, the entire anime is just like the new intro is just a bunch of swirling effects starting around Murasame. I'm like, yeah. But I do like that now they're like, okay, by the way, everyone's fully aware that a good chunk of the characters in the old opening are dead.
Yeah.
And now they're basically just doing here's that team, here's this team. I wonder what the entire second half of the show is going to be about. Exactly. But oh man, I didn't know I was gonna like this, man. I really like Skyreach, that first one. The second one is called Liar Mask, but when it kicks in halfway through and it just goes, that freaking theme is heavy as shit, and I love it.
Yeah.
Normally these shows have one good starting one and one bad one. This one had both great ones.
Yeah, and anime openings.
JoJo has good openings.
I've noticed this in a lot of the shows I've had to watch this season. Anime openings, like even for bad shows, are usually great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and they're good at one thing that most anime openings are good at is having spoilers out in the open in them without ever calling attention to them. And these are like the first one that you couldn't really draw anything from it. This one's got a little bit of it in there, but unless you know the context, there's no chance in hell that you could know what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's very not obvious with it, but I appreciate it. Corey, are you liking to see how much more Wave is not a fan of how things are handled in the Jaegers?
It's almost as if he's on the wrong team.
Yeah, I can kind of see him during Night Raid.
He's a sweet little boy. It's just like even other members of the Jaegers, I think, would not be like Bulls would not, in my opinion, probably be happy with how Suryu handles everything.
Yeah,
like they were just thieves.
She is like the definition of lawful evil.
Oh, Cinder.
I hate Suryu for hating Suryu. I hate Cinder because the character is just.
What's the difference?
Suryu's arc ends when Suryu's arc needs to end. Cinder gets 4 seasons past her arc ended 2 seasons before it.
Oh, that's bad.
It's not good. I can't remember a show in any medium that was you drained her of everything and she's still going. Yeah. There's going to be one minuscule detail that they bring out at the end with her that I have a feeling, unless it is the most monumental, mind-blowing story reinventing thing that show has ever written, I'm not going to give a shit. I'm not. Her only purpose now is to die, and they can't kill her quick enough. They just can't. I don't hate the writers. I don't hate Jessica Negri. I hate the character of Cinder. Yeah. And it's not even like, yeah, she's a villain, you're supposed to hate her. No, I hate the character. Like the concept of the character, I hate.
God, I gotta admit outrightly why we hate Cinder. Hot take.
Pretty much, and why I'm just sick of her, to be perfectly honest. But yeah,
I'm sick of her and a little dog.
Her little dog are at least evil because they got manipulated. Cinder was, they treated me badly, and then a guy tried to help me, and then I killed that guy because he tried to tell me that I did a bad thing. Spoilers for the last season of RWBY, but anyway, yeah. They hammer home her. She's based off Cinderella. Everyone in that show has a good chunk of them at least have a basis in a fairy tale, which is a great thing about the show. But eventually Cinderella, she's just needing to end. But anyway, back to the show. Another great joke that I love is that no people can take Boss's talk seriously. She has this big 5-minute rant about how this religious organization has a corrupt person in it and who's been poisoning and corrupting its people. And
I love it too. Like, this monster.
How dare he gets to jump from another hot lady to another? He's like, that poison ruins the integrity of the food. It just cannot let it be happening in Boston.
Bitch, where are your priorities?
All right, there's other reasons why we need to be upset, but I guess I appreciate you're not happy. So, I had you reevaluate your guesses, and your bets, I should say, after Chelsea joined the group. What are your thoughts on Chelsea's little thought bubble in that last episode?
I am sticking with my ship.
Oh, you can't change it now. The bet's locked in. I gave you all your chances. I'm just asking.
I know.
Yeah. So this isn't a harem, right?
Nope.
That's what I said. This is totally not a
It's a
harem.
harem.
It's not a harem. They just all want him, and he doesn't want your knowledge any of them.
That'll change.
You're not allowed to talk out of the Beast episode.
The beach episode also. I love, man, this dub is great. But the one thing about Netflix that I love is that the subtitles are the Japanese subtitles.
Yep.
And loves subtitles for that scene when Chelsea and Leone ask Tatsumi who they think their swimsuits are better. Also, plot. And he just goes, "Oh yeah, Sue's here." And Love's like, "I would have told you both ever. I would have done whatever." And his subtitle says, "I would have screamed both while I jumped into them and sang the national anthem."
Yeah.
God damn it.
I'm just like, America doesn't exist to you. What is this?
That's kind of why, like, certain animes I hate that it's on Netflix, because the, like, subtitles, they're just so weird and off sometimes.
I don't understand why I'm going to go on a small rant here. Streaming services and their subtitles are ass. Most movies are good, but like Netflix's, if it's an anime, it's the Japanese subtitles. If it's on Amazon, they just suck.
Oh,
all of them. They're terrible.
Well, speaking of streaming service, we're currently watching it on Netflix, and we have until like March 1st to watch it on Netflix.
We're gonna cut it close. We're gonna have to watch the rest of it on another service, but it's still got the same exact number, so it'll be fine. It's just you couldn't have timed it better. I was like, "What is this? Why is it coming off?" Like, wow, whatever. Just we'll have like 6 episodes left by the time that it comes, so it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but so one thing that I like, or I thought was weird, is that there is a like halfway through the episode stinger that makes you feel like you're about to have the last episode of the anime.
Oh my god, that like Dragon Ball Z narration shit in the middle of the episode. I thought the episode was gonna end. I was like, wait, I have like fucking 10 minutes left. What is happening?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like I listened to the narration, I'm like, wait, the episode's over already? It's like still.
I was like, damn,
like
24 minutes went kind of fast.
Yeah, and the worst part is, again, this is my 3rd time watching it. I even went, wait, there's more. Oh, yeah, they have that weird other half where they do the same thing kind of again. I mean, it's a really cool montage. It like shows how evenly matched up their teams are.
Yeah, like I did like it. Like I like that narration. I was like, yo, this is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
And this is awkwardly in the middle of the anime.
It was. And so we're getting towards like the very first big Jaegers versus Night Raid fight. And the setup, I love. It's great. The way this is set up is that they find that scarecrow, which is secretly Sue. So Sue had to be sitting there for close to a day or half a day as a scarecrow.
Just chilling.
With Chelsea's makeup applied, just... And of course, it's Sue, so would have sat there. But again, man, I don't know what it is about like sniper or archer characters that I just love them. Just seeing mine at the end, I love that weapon so much.
Oh, that weapon is just so good.
Yeah, just a light. This is her in no danger, so it's a light trigger pull. Just pulse beam all the way out, and you see Korome just, oh.
just, like, oh, well, sorry, that was... What was that?
Light breeze just passed me by, and it's an easy way of just like, oh shit, she could dodge that from miles away. That's not good. It's
like,
just,
oh, what fucked?
Mm-hmm. And then you get quadruple fucked when you see her just go, oh yeah, this is gonna be fun, and that black death portal opens up, and all that shit.
See, like the chorus, I'm like, now it makes sense why she was obsessed with the bodies and why she was sitting on top of like a pile of bodies when we first saw her.
Mm-hmm. She is technically a necromancer, kind of.
Kind of.
And the explanation behind why she has that danger beast, I love so much. And they say it in the next episode. But yeah, I just love how that danger beast is just Skull Greymon. without the tank on its back. I can't unsee it whenever I look at that thing. Testicle, sure, but it's just War Greymon. I'm sorry. I've watched too many years of Digimon to see anything else.
Oh.
Yeah, and so I have to ask your guys' opinion. We're into the first big fight between all of them, and Korome, and the last line of the entire episode was, I wonder how many will die.
So
I don't want to be right on the bingo card.
I'm not asking you to make any bets. I'm just asking opinions on the statement.
It is a bold statement.
I don't want to bring out the bingo card.
The bingo card's up there. I'm not bringing it up again
because
either
may be a right. I don't want to talk about it.
The best part is there is 2 separate bingo cards now because I put your guys' guesses in one when it was just the amount of characters that were in with your initial guesses of the initial amount of characters. And then I put in a secondary one where your initial guesses with the full sheet of characters, so it lines up slightly differently because obviously different characters are introduced at different points. And then I have the full listing with the full characters. So there's different parts where you were right depending on if you had all the characters on the list at once. We're going to go through all of them once it hits, but yeah. On one list, Mike has correct answers. On one list, you have some correct answers.
Well, so far I'm winning because I got one right, unfortunately. I don't want to talk about it still.
You got one. You got one. You got it in the episode after you guessed it. No second.
And I still hate that fact.
I'm just glad we got some right. And there's some more right ones coming. I won't say who, but there are at least one more right one.
I don't want to be right.
I want him to be right. It's his turn. His turn to be right.
But yeah, so probably the last that we're doing tonight. Thoughts?
I like where we're heading.
Yes.
Feels like we're getting into the meat because we're in episode 15. We were in the final 10 episodes of the anime.
Oh, before we go, the question I have is, when does the anime start to deviate from the manga? If it hasn't been doing that already.
We still got a good 4 or 5 episodes before it quote unquote deviates. And the part where it deviates is character endings for some people are different, and there's an entire arc that just isn't in there.
Okay.
So there's a good 2 or 3 books that are just not in there, and that's because if they would have tried to put it in there, they would have had to cut a 10 episode arc into 1. So I have a feeling that they were very okay with it, and I'm very okay with the fact that they cut the thing that they did cut, because it's a thing that it doesn't have to do with the Jaegers, and it's
a filler type of arc.
It's not exactly filler. It's just it took them longer to have their final fights at the end. Another group comes in while they're around called the Wild Hunt that they deal with. And you see the character that leads this later. The character that leads it is so
it's just cussed out a third party that interrupts them.
Yeah, it's another thing that's in their way before they get to the final thing. And if they were going to cut anything, I was very okay that they cut that. The minister's son, the guy that, excuse me, bitch, that guy, yeah, he's the one that leads the little eccentric group of weirdos.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's where it kind of deviates. And so people have, I won't exactly say that, but there's one plot point at the end that people were extremely pissed that changed from the manga. And I won't say what it is, but I will just say that the feeling that the show puts out about how the characters go through and how plot points happen makes sense to me. So I was not upset. I get why other people were upset, and I would have been happy to see an alternate ending where that went different. There's major deviations in the very last 2 episodes, if you want my honest opinion. Major deviations. But they're major deviations with single characters. So it's not they magically go into space when they weren't supposed to. It's nothing that big, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. It is what it is, but some people were happy, other people are, and it's like a good chunk of people that it's like, man, I almost want to put a scathing post on that freaking subreddit, because everyone who is like, I like the manga, but I like the anime. Should I read the manga? It's like, yeah, you won't like the anime anymore because they go into this great detail with all this stuff and they explain. No, they don't. No, they don't. All these people will be like, man, they go into such more detail about Imperial Arms. No, they don't. They don't explain shit. They really don't. There's one or two more scenes where they randomly were in this room talking before they were in that room talking. And then people were like, man, the show sucks because it didn't show that. And there's also, like I said the last time we recorded, one of the most heinous things that I've ever read in my life got cut from the show, and people were bitching about it. They wouldn't have been able to, and I understand that it's like, have either of you seen Goblin Slayer?
No,
I
but I've
haven't,
heard
but I
of
know
it.
exactly what you're referring to.
There's a scene that borders on horrid.
Oh,
like,
okay, okay.
Like just the start of Goblin Slayer, where it's just like that comes out of nowhere.
Yep.
That's in there. And it would have been so unbelievably out of place. It's out of place in there. And in the tone of how the show is done, it's just like, it's not needed. Under no circumstances did they need to put that in animation. And anyone who says they do needs to get psychiatric help. I'm just going to say that, and we will talk about it. Part of me thinks we should do an episode at the end where I tell you what happens in the manga, and you can tell me which you preferred, which I think we're going to do.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah, it kind of scares me that some people are upset that some stuff was not in the show that was in the manga, because it's not needed. Like, certain characters' fates are a billion times worse, and some characters that don't have lethal fates get stuff done to them that just don't need to get done. Like, there's certain tortures that just end horribly in the manga that you have the same end result. They just go into more detail about the torture. I'm not a sadist, so I don't need to see that shit. And the people who did that is just, people will comment on there is like, you guys just kind of like torture porn that's not in there. No, man, it's the details. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's really not. You're just a sicko. Sorry. This isn't Berserk, where the entire thing is just dark, dark, dark. There's literally a character
unless it's like the overall tone of the anime. Like, yeah, but
no, it's not like Berserk, where one of the light moments is where the main character is forced to watch his love of his life get raped and abused by a horse and a bunch of soldiers. This isn't that. It's different. Everyone calm the shit down on bashing this anime, because it's not that bad. Anyway, any other questions?
I think I'm good till next time.
All right. Sounds good. So, with that out of the way, Mike, go ahead.
You guys can find me on Twitter at CaptainK42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can find me in all the various Facebook groups just at my name. You can check out Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Twitter at Ren Pop Culture. Look for us on Podchaser and the Banana Meter. Listen to all of our podcasts on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need to escape? So do we.
Absolutely. Michelle?
And you can find me on Twitter at Cuba11028.
And you can find me everywhere at Organoid0. Until next time, everyone, we'll see you later. Bye.
Peace out.
So, literally ended recording. And Michelle goes, did we make bets for the Jaegers? Like, no, we didn't.
Because, I need to talk to myself more.
You know
of course.
What? I'm going to give you guys a free one. Stylish dies first.
Whoa, spoiler, dude. Wow.
I know. But yeah, I was like, wow, no, we haven't done that yet. And give or take, we just did watch the episode. So we know a little bit of who's in what situations and where. But you know what? We can still do this. I think it can still be fun. And I think it'll be good. So, and the more fun we can have with this, the better. Because this is the most I've done with any fresh takes. So, we're going to do this. We have everyone listed. On the bottom there. Mike, what are you thinking? Hold on.
Yeah, he was
right. Ding, ding, ding. All right. What are you thinking here?
I am thinking it is going to be Bowles is first.
Okay. All right. All right.
Because he has a wife and kids.
Logic.
Next, it's going to be Run.
All right.
Then Siryu.
All right. 3 more.
Then Kurame.
All right. Kurame.
Then Wave.
I felt that wrong. Hold on, Kurame. Eve. And then Esdeath.
Yeah.
She's the only one left. Esdeath. All right. Al?
What's the long dude's name
Run,
again?
the angel guys run.
Yeah, he's first.
All right. Well, hold on.
After Doc, oh god, I
After
hope Dr.
Dr.
Silas doesn't die. Oh,
I know. I'm sorry. There's a distinct possibility that you might die. All right. Run.
Then Bulls.
Then Bulls. All right. Got a little bit of deviation here.
Then Run.
You said Run already.
Oh, I read Run.
Run was the first one you said.
Right. Seiru.
Seiru. All right. You guys are close.
Who else do I have left?
You have Wave, Kurame, and Esdeath. So far you're exactly the same as Mike, except you flipped Run and Bulls.
Okay. Wave.
Wave. All right. Hold on. Wave.
Esdeath.
Ooh.
And then
He's
Kurame.
getting cocky here.
Because like I know Kurame kind of has like the plot armor.
Oh, because it's a
yeah, that's why I'm just trying to think a little bit logically.
I get what you're saying. That makes sense. I did not think about it that way. That makes sense. There you go. All right, we have our bets locked in. Mike is.
But I still think Wave is gonna like turn over. But
that's why I have
if he
Wave.
Doesn't like he's just kind of in the middle. Like I'm not too sure where he's at.
Yeah.
The reason I have Wave like closer to the bottom is because eventually, if he doesn't get killed, he'll be on the other team.
There you go. And you have him right before Esdeath, so maybe if he does switch, he gets killed by Esdeath.
Yeah,
worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario. All right, so for Mike, Stylish, Bulls, Run, Siryu, Kurame, Wave, Esdeath. For Asao, Stylish, Run, Bulls, Siryu, Wave, Esdeath, Kurame. Nice. So we got a third bet going. This is great. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but I'm glad you mentioned it. All right. We now have that locked in. That one I'm not giving you any chances to reset that one. That is
because where we're at, we can't.
We can't. You got 9 episodes left. That's just what it is.
But like, can I change my answer for Dr. Silas? I don't think he's gonna die at all.
I'm sorry. The answers are locked in and we cannot change them.
I hope I'm not right with my first one.
You were right with the first one on the other one. But all right. Just thought we had to get that in. Now we're actually getting out of here. Bye.